It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see the teams from Broadway Joe's Guarantee and Super Bowl III. It's the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, glad to have you in the booth with us here on EA Sports. Greg, this is one of those intriguing matchups because we got a couple of quarterbacks, that most important position, trying to bounce back after seasons where injury derailed their hopes for a good campaign.
And it's just so difficult when you look back on each of these teams' prior season just last year. It's hard to separate how much of their up and down, how much of their struggles was because of the injuries at the quarterback positions, whether they were in the game or just battling through on game day, or was it the rest of the roster? Well, I think with both of these quarterbacks now being healthy and back to looking like their old selves, we're going to get a lot better idea of just how good the rest of these rosters are now that their two quarterbacks are back on the field.
Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. And let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff. And with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder. And, man, we can feel it all the way up here in the booth.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Give up the middle with Hall. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He gets this complete, finding Adams. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll get this up to the 44. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hall. And it will finally be taken down at the Jets' 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. Now a loose football. The Colts have got it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
A second down throw for Richardson. He's got the big man, Mo Alley Cox.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. First and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Richardson operating from the pistol. And this one is caught by Pierce. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Richardson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
Matt Gay on now for the Colts field goal try. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts will take a 3-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Colts offense ready for their second possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Williams. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Second down, Rodgers. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Rodgers going up top again. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Rodgers. He's got it at the 3. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. 11 yards as they move the chains.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense...
And he will dive into the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. His kick is good, and the Jets move out to a 7-3 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. Off he goes. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Richardson. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense, and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
To throw, it's Richardson. He is going to have a Colt first down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches. Here's Richardson. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Richardson. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Richardson gonna look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. A 19-yard pickup there. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these 1st downs and go finish with 6.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. football loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
First down for Aaron. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll run it out of the gun. And it's Hall. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Another run here with Hall. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Second and 7. They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Rodgers firing downfield for Conklin. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop, sets up fourth down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's going to have a Colts 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, This quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll tuck it and take, and he will score. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Colts. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Kone Nwanwu now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Rodgers on 1st down. That's to the right side. He's got Corley.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here is 2nd and 7. Rodgers. He's got it! And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
They'll set up the screen to Hall. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Second and goal. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets are on top. It's 14-10. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Josh Downs now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. It is 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Richardson to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's 2nd down. Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his man. That's down. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. So this one, a win for the visiting Jets. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.